Hi and welcome to tonight's presentation. Tonight is all about giving you an introduction to instant Forex results. And as we say here, a sneak peek into the future of trading. But first off, I need to read you this disclaimer. Although all care has been taken to provide the most up-to-date information, no guarantee is given as to the accuracy of this information. Anything I say on this webinar reflects my own personal opinions, viewpoints and analysis and should not be construed as financial advice. Any mention of a particular currency pair is not a recommendation to buy or sell that currency. Investments in currencies involve the risk of loss. All investments actually have inherent risk. Now, past performance is no guarantee of future results, and any examples shown on this webinar do not constitute financial advice of any kind. They are provided solely for the purpose of illustrating the effects of using currencies as a general strategic strategy. So 90% of traders lose money. It's interesting, if you Google that, you put into Google how many traders lose money. As it says here, this is what's come up on my Google result. It says, if you aren't new to trading, especially Forex trading, you will know that the majority of traders lose. To put a number on it, roughly 90% of day traders lose their initial investment within 6 months. That's terrible, isn't it? Problem being is that most people just want to get into the market and start trading and don't want to put their education in first. I've actually been educating people, teaching people how to trade for over 25 years. And it's funny, when I used to sell different trading courses and so on, people would say, "Oh, wow, I love what you've got to show us today. That looked absolutely fantastic. I'm going to start trading, and then when I make some money, I'm going to use that money to buy your training course." Duh! I think that's the wrong way around. Get yourself educated first. The reason why most people lose money is all to do with fear and greed. As you can see on this line here, right, the price of something is going up, right? And when the price goes up, everybody then wants to jump into the market, right? And think, wow, everybody's into this, everybody's onto this opportunity, I want to get in now. But they're buying high, and then the market goes down. And then it keeps going down. And then they sell because they're scared, fear and greed. Unfortunately, they do the opposite of what professional traders do. Professional traders buy low and sell high. But the average trader gets in when it's too late. And then they sell at the wrong time as well. Now, a lot of people think that trading robots are the answer, where you can set a robot to trade and it will run automatically for you, buying and selling all the time. Now, trading robots all eventually blow up. If you have a look at that there on the right-hand side of the screen, that is an expert advisor. That's known as an EA for short, and that's a trading robot, where if you use trading platforms, like the most popular platform in the world is the MT4, MetaTrader 4 platform, you can jump onto Fiverr and buy a robot for $5. So think about that for a moment. If that robot was so good, would that person be selling it for $5? The problem is, you go and buy that robot, put it onto your MT4 and start trading with it. When was it created? When was it optimized for the current market? When was it even optimized? It might be a year old, 2 years old, 5 years old. Who knows? Because every EA has a set of parameters in it. And the problem is, at the time that was created, that was probably fantastic. But the market changes. The market changes constantly. Now there is a better way. And that's why I want to introduce you to instant Forex results. And you will see why this is a better way for our trading. It does all of the buying and selling for us and is fully optimized for the market right now. So we can see here that machine learning, that's what this is all about. We continually evolve. MsAi is the name of our program. She is continually tweaking and enhancing to be able to produce better results for us. Actually, if you go to our website instantforexresults.com, and you'll be able to watch a great video on there about machine learning and AI. So I'd now like to welcome you to MsAi 2.0. This is our second version of MsAi. Now MsAi now not only trades for us, because version 1.0 traded for us, but now she actually scans multiple time frames for each of our 5 currency pairs and bundles up to 60 different trading strategies into one ultimate trading plan per currency pair. Wow, that's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? It'll start to make more sense as we go through tonight's presentation. Machine learning is taken to the next level by scanning hundreds of thousands of different strategies, bundling them all into an ultimate trading plan, and then trading that plan for us. So we call this the ultimate stream of passive residual income. Passive meaning you don't have to do any work, it's hands-free. And residual means it keeps coming and keeps turning over and over and over again, getting our money to work for us instead of us working for our money. There's the 5 different currency pairs that we're currently trading. We have the Aussie dollar against the US dollar, the euro against the US dollar, Japanese yen against the US dollar, pound against the dollar, and the Canadian against the dollar. We trade multiple time frames. M1 is the 1 minute time frame, 5 minute, 15 and 30 minute time frames. So how does it work? Well, step 1, MsAi scans the market. It actually takes 10 hours for each time frame for each currency pair. So if we were scanning for 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute and 30 minute, that's 4 different time frames. That is 40 hours of scanning for each currency. Incredible. And again, machine learning is what makes all of this possible for us. So if we have a look there on the screen, you'll see that scan generated 155,389 different trading strategies. Now those different trading strategies are known as technical analysis. So technical analysts, or analysts I should say, well some of them do get pretty anal, don't they? So many debates all the time about whether something's going to go up or whether it's going to go down. Oh, this indicator says it's going to go up and another indicator says it's going to go down. So the strategies are combinations of all of the different types of indicators to try to come up with the ultimate trading plan. So with our validation, it's actually out of those 155,000 different strategies, only 62 of them passed. And they passed our strict criteria of what we have for our profit, our win-loss ratio, how many losing trades in a row we have, what the drawdown amount is, and so on. We have very tight criteria that we need those strategies to go and produce great results for us. So MsAi spent 10 hours scanning, creating 155 different strategies, of which only 62 passed. Then the next step is our double validation. So out of those 62, we then drill down even more, and we had 17 different strategies that actually passed. So ideally, we want to have 20 different strategies for each time frame. 20 for the 1 minute time frame, 20 for the 5 minute, 20 for the 15, and 20 for the 30 minute. Now that's in an ideal world. So then we have great diversification with 80 odd different strategies all being traded there. We wouldn't do that for each account because each account is traded on $500 and we want a maximum of 60 different strategies per $500. Now every week it's going to vary. Some weeks we might have some trades, or some weeks we might have some strategies, I should say, for the whole 4 time frames. Sometimes we may only have 1, 2 or 3 time frames. We can't predict it. It all depends on what the market is going to show us right now, because we want to trade in the now. We don't want to trade on how good something was 2 years ago. So when we look at the different strategies, So we found 17, I think it was. Let me go back. Yes, there were 17 passed the criteria, the double validation. And then MsAi produces a report showing every different strategy. So you can see 3 strategies there on the screen. Look at the top one. Over the period of time of the scan, it produced $267 of profit. So that actually worked out to be 28 cents profit per day. The maximum drawdown was $64. Drawdown meaning the maximum of losing positions it is in at that particular that particular time. The drawdown as a return to the net profit was 4 to 1, right? 4.16. We actually set criteria that we don't want to see anything that are returning less than 2 to 1. In other words, the drawdown has 2 to 1. Drawdown would mean that the drawdown would be half of what the net profit ever was. That's just one of our criteria that we have. Then you can see 2 other strategies there. So now let's go and have a look more details on a strategy. So if I clicked on that chart, well then I can actually go and analyze every strategy even more. It will actually show, if we look on the top there, we can see here that we're trading 0.01 lots because all of our trades is 0.01 lot per $500 account. It has a stop loss of 85 points and a take profit of 94 points. It tells us here what the long entry rule is, and if I clicked on the short entry, it will then tell me what the short entry rule is. And what I actually do with those 17 strategies, guys, is I look at each of them individually and I look through and I try to filter out, and any that don't look fantastic to me, I'll delete them and they won't be in our portfolio to trade the following week. So this one here, we can see the results on the right hand side. This is pretty cool. Look at this, $1.49 per day. It's at 2.73 return per drawdown, and it's done 350 trades. We don't want to look at anything that's only done a handful of trades. We actually set our criteria that we want to see a strategy that has been successful of a minimum of 300 trades. So again, we're using technology to drill down and find awesome strategies for us. So when all of those strategies are put together, we create a portfolio. So if we look here on this one here, we can see the portfolio is on the US dollar, Japanese yen, 15-minute time frame. So we do this for every currency pair, and we do that for all 4 time frames. So this is the profit chart. We can see here that it's been going up and 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 up. So that's all pretty good. For this portfolio, there's a total of 8 different strategies being traded. We can see here the profit on that strategy, the maximum drawdown on that strategy, 8 to 1. That's pretty good there. We can look here that the profit per day was $1.30 per day. Win-loss ratio, and so on and so on. So let's have a look here at some of the results. So the US dollar, Japanese yen, 5-minute and 15-minute strategies. We're going to look at both of those there. If we look here on the left-hand side, we can see one that was a 5-minute strategy, and we can see a 15-minute strategy. So if we put these 2 together, we can see here on the right that the M5 produced 26 cents per day and the M15 produced 25 cents per day. So that's 51 cents per day. If we look at the Australian dollar against the US dollar, here the M5 strategy and the M15 strategy, 29 cents and 15 cents, is 44 cents per day. Let's add them all together. So there's 4 different strategies that would be traded there. One for the M5 and M15 for the US dollar against Japanese yen, and another M5 and M15 for the US dollar, Aussie dollar, US dollar. So 4 strategies, 51 cents plus 41 cents is going to give us a total there of 95 cents per day, or $4.75 per week. So we're looking there at a 90.95, so nearly 1 on a $500 account. That's just for 4 strategies. Imagine if we were trading 60 strategies. Now, of course, 60 is going to be our ultimate. Whether we have 60 each week, Totally depends on what the market is doing at that particular time. There might be 2, there might be 10, there might be 37. We just don't know. It just depends on what the results give us every week. So step 2, right? Step 1 was scanning, finding our trades, finding our strategies, drilling down, validating them, and then creating our trading portfolio. So step 2 is to actually have MsAi trade for us. Now again, we trade with $500, 500 US for each currency pair that we choose to trade. So what we can see here in this schematic is that we have MsAi trading, and then she sends signals out to all of our members to their MT4, to their trading account, to be able to synchronize her trading with your trading account. So your trading account is with your broker. It is your money on your broker. With your broker, we don't have access to your money at all, right? We just have access to your trading account to be able to send the signals to tell your account when to buy and when to sell, where to set the stop losses and where to set the take profit targets. Again, we have no access to your funds. Only you have access to your funds via your broker. So let's take a look at MsAi in action. Okay, what we're seeing here is the Australian dollar. Have a look at this chart, guys. All of these lines here are all take profit targets, new trades that are open, stop losses and so on. A lot of information on here. If we look across here on the left hand side, we can see here that we have 15 minutes and we have 5 minutes. That's what we have down here. So we've got strategies running on a 5-minute chart and strategies running on a 15-minute chart. Normally with MT4 you can only run one EA. This over here is an EA, which is an expert advisor. So you can run one strategy only. But what we have created here is a way to be able to bundle a lot of different strategies all together and run them all on one chart. It's pretty incredible. What we can see down here on the bottom here is all the trades that are currently open. So let me drag this up a bit so we can see them all on here. There's a few delays because what this is, guys, is that this is a connection to a dedicated trading server. So it's connecting from my computer here in Thailand to our servers. So there is a little delay there with that. And apologies for this being small. I don't know how to make this bigger on our actual trading servers. Anyway, the idea is to give you an overview of what's happening here. So we can see all of these different trades that are all open for the Australian US dollar. You can see buy, 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 and there's one sell in there. Okay, so then we can look here, and with the open trades that are there currently, it's running at a loss at the moment of 22.40. Now, when a trade first opens, it will always run at a loss. One, because of commissions, and second, because of the spread. And the spread is the difference between the buy and the sell price when we go to place a trade. A little bit like if you're going to travel overseas, and if you're in Australia and you want to go and sell some Australian dollars or buy some US dollars, you'll get a certain price for your currency. Then when you go back to Australia and you have some money, if you had money left over from your holiday, and you go to cash in your US dollars and convert it back to Australian, it will be a different price again. That's the spread. That's how brokers make their money. We also have a swap here on this. Now what that is that if you hold a position overnight, then there are fees for holding a trade overnight. That's a swap fee. So we've got commissions, we've got spreads, and we've got swaps that get taken out of our profit. And that's why when we first open a trade, we're always running at a loss. Today is actually Tuesday. And we opened these positions yesterday on Monday. So it is Tuesday I don't even know what day of the month it is. Let me look it up. Tuesday the 16th of April. So we started these trades at about 5 AM my time, Thailand time, and it is now about 1 PM. Just check here. It's 12:30 PM on Tuesday. So we've been going for a day and a quarter. So a bit over 24 hours with these trades. If we look on the right hand side here under comments, this shows you that there are all different strategies running all at the time, because we've programmed every different strategy has a different number. So if we look here, for example, we've coded these so I can always go back and we analyse all our results. Number 1 being Australia dollar, 0.5 meaning the 5-minute chart, and 0 at the end means that's actually the very first strategy in the category of 5 minutes. The second one here is a 5-minute chart again, or a 5-minute strategy, and it's the second strategy there. Then let's have a look. There's a 15-minute. See, 1 for Australia, 15 is the time frame, and that's the second strategy. That's the fourth strategy. There's a 7th. So there's lots of different strategies that are all traded here. Very unique, cutting-edge stuff, guys, to be able to have all of this trading at once. If we go to the account history, okay, we can see these are the closed trades that we have at the moment. So each of these accounts that I'm showing you is a $500 account, because we always trade $500 per 0.01 lot. If we look over here on the left, we can see 0.01 lots. There's a sell, so it's a short, a short, 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 and a buy. So they're all the positions that have been closed out. So we're running at $9.16 profit taken off the table here so far on the Aussie dollar, with a bit over 1 day. So that's a 9% return for the week if we extrapolate that over a week's trading. Sorry, 9%, what am I saying? Nearly 2% that we've made so far. So now let's have a look at our next pair. We'll go back here to the trade. And we are running 6 different currency pairs here. So the next one is the pound US dollar. If we look here on the left hand side, we have strategies running for a 5-minute chart and a 30-minute chart this time. No 15 minutes on this one. So it all depends on our scanning on what we're going to trade for the week. We can see here our open trades, we're down nearly $1 at the moment on 3 open trades. Our closed trades, there are none. So there have been no trades closed out on the, what is this again? The pound as yet. So again, this is why we diversify. We diversify across multiple different currencies, because some weeks some go up, some weeks some go down, some are more profitable than others. Now let's look at the Japanese yen. And on the Japanese yen, we have only the 5-minute chart strategy. All right, so all of the strategies, all of these trades that you can see open here right now, buys and sells, are all done on a 5-minute chart. Multiple strategies on a 5-minute chart. Now look at all those trades, guys. How on earth would you ever manage those manually? You couldn't do it. So that's the beauty with MsAi, is that she's managing this for us. So with all of these open trades, our drawdown right now is only 55 cents. Pretty cool. We can see on the right hand side all the different strategies that are running. Strategy 1, strategy 5, 2, 4, 8, 6, 7, 3 and 9. So again, we program every strategy to give it a unique ID, so then every weekend we analyze the week's results and we kick out all of the strategies that are not making a profit, and we replace those with new strategies for the week. And that is a really unique edge that we have here with MsAi, is because if you buy a robot, these are expert advisors or robots, and then you put it on your trading, well, that's optimized for that particular time when you bought it. Well, who knows if it was or not? It might be a year old or 2 years old, you never know. What we do here with MsAi is that we optimize every week and we regurgitate our strategies. And what I mean by that is that we replace a non-performing strategy with a current performing strategy, all to give us an edge on the market. Now let's look at our next one. Japanese yen. Sorry, that's the one we were just doing now. Canadian dollar. Okay, so if we look at the Canadian dollar, we're running a 1-minute chart and a 5-minute chart on the Canadian dollar. Okay, so that's a very tight time frame, 1-minute chart. So there should be multiple strategies running here at once. You can see all those listed here, and we're currently down. Our drawdown is only $6.15 on the Canadian dollar. Let's have a look if we've made any profit over the last 24 odd hours. Okay, look at all these different trades. Wow. And the reason why there's so many trades here in this is that for the Canadian dollar, we are trading the 1 minute chart and the 5 minute chart. So in other words, on a 1 minute chart, it is just so much more active, as you can see on here. There's a 5 minute, 405, 401 is a 1 minute, 405 is a 5 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Return pretty good, 21.19. So that's a 4% return in the last 24 hours. Not too bad at all. So let's look at our next one. Euro US dollar. Okay, we can see here all the different trades that we've got open here. We've got buys and sells. So this is really important to know too, guys. Look, we've got different strategies that are saying that the US dollar, euro is going to go, or the euro US dollar, sorry, is going to go up. And other strategies are saying euro US dollar is going to go down. And that's the whole point with technical analysis, guys, is that if you get a group of technical analysts in a room all analysing a chart pattern, right, half of the room will say, oh, I think the euro is going up. And the other half is going to say, oh, I think the euro is going to go down. Right? Because technical analysis is not perfect. For every strategy that says it's going to go up, you'll go and find other strategies that will tell you it's going to go down. So what we're doing here with MsAi is we're backing both sides. We've got buys and sells that's going on. So as we can see here with the fluctuation of the market, down it goes and up it goes. So as it goes down, we make profit on the sell trades, which are the shorts, and then when the market turns and goes up, we make profit and clear out profitable trades on the long. So we're not backing just one side of the market. A little bit like what happened to us the other week with the euro trade. We got caught on the wrong side of the euro trade, and so we were going long on the euro, but the euro was going down. So we got slammed on that. So now with MsAi 2.0, we have a total different system going here, guys. So if something really obscene happens, like what happened to the euro, right, we're okay with that because we have our stop losses in place and we have our take profit target. So if it goes down, we're making money on our shorts. When it goes up, we're making money on our longs. So we're currently in drawdown of only 60 cents there. Let's have a look if we've taken any profit off the table. We've taken $2.65 off the table. So we're looking at about a bit over 0.5% return there. Not too bad in a bit over 24 hours. Now let's go to our next one. And that's our last one, our Swiss franc. You will see in the members area, we don't have a button there as yet for the Swiss franc. The way things are looking, we're going to be adding that because the Swiss franc has been producing some fantastic results for us. So if we have a look here, our open trades, or look on the left hand side here, we've got 3 different time frames we're working on here. We've got the 5 minute, 15 minute and the 30 minute. So again, it depends on what our scans produce on the weekend. We'll scan the markets over the weekends and find the best results for the different time frames and come up with those strategies for each of those time frames. So we currently have a drawdown of only $11.34 on the Swiss franc. Let's have a look if we've taken any profits off the table. We have indeed, $12.44. So that's a bit over 2% return that we've made already on the Swiss franc. Pretty good. If we look on the comments on the right hand side here, the number 6 means the Swiss franc, 05 time frame, 05 time frame, 15 time frame, 15 again, 15, 30 minute time frame. So we can see that we're taking profits off the table off multiple different time frames. So that's my quick presentation to show you guys how MsAi 2.0 works on the MT4 trading platform. Pretty impressive, hey? Even Darth Vader thinks that MsAi is pretty impressive. Now, of course, guys, results are not guaranteed, as we said at the beginning. Past performance is no guarantee of future results. But As you can see there, MsAi trades so many different strategies all into each currency pair. We spread our risk around by not putting all our eggs in one basket. We're not just trading one indicator. We're not just trading one strategy. We are trading up to 60 strategies, and we're trading over multiple different currencies. Now, step 3. Let's just go back to step 1 and step 2 again. Step 1 was to scan and come up with our best strategies and put them together to create our portfolio for the trading week. Step 2 was MsAi trading for us. Then on the weekends, when the market is closed, MsAi analyzes the past performance of that week. As you saw on the presentation just then, the demonstration of MsAi in action with trading on the MT4 platform, you can see that she has named every single strategy, so they're all coded. So on the weekend, MsAi gets to work. She doesn't sleep. She doesn't rest. She has no emotion at all. She just trades by the rules. And what she does is that she will analyze all the trades, find the strategies that were not profitable for the week, kick them out, boot them out. We don't want you anymore. All right, and then she replaces those strategies with new strategies that have been optimized for the current week. Now, the old strategies that were still making a profit, well, you can't make a loss making a profit, can you? So we keep those strategies in, and then we top up with new strategies. So what we're doing here, guys, if we want to compare that with trading robots that I mentioned right at the beginning, where MsAi is fully optimizing this every single week. So we're keeping right up to date with current market conditions. Because as we know, we're living in strange times now. We've got Brexit happening right now. We've got all sorts of different things happening in the marketplace. And that happens all the time, guys. Something happens that's going to affect the US dollar. Something's going to happen that will affect the Australian dollar. If there's an election coming up, after an election, all different types of things can go and affect the market. So what worked 1 month ago may not work today. What worked a year ago may not work today. What worked 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago, may not work today. So what MsAi does with that 3-step process, she does everything to stack the odds into our favor with the objective of us earning a long-term profitable residual income. So guys, you're only 3 steps away from trading. First step is to open up your brokerage account. All right, we have our preferred brokers that produce the best results for us, and one of the amazing benefits with us is that we are continually running multiple brokers in our system, so we can see every week which brokers are producing the best results for us. Because it all varies from broker to broker as well. You can trade the exact same signals with 2 different brokers, and one will give you a far better price than what another will. So again, one of the advantages with trading with us is that you can actually get to see which brokers are performing the best for you. And it's staggering the difference between different brokers. So you open up a brokerage account through our members area. All full details, everything's all run within our members area, and then you go to enter your trading account details into our system. And that enables our trade synchronizer to execute the trades in your trading account. When you open up your account with the broker, you simply follow the steps in the members area. You select the broker, you enter your trading account number, you enter your trader's password in there, and which server the broker uses. That will all make sense when you become a member and look through the members area. Step 3, select which currency pairs that you want to trade. Now you can start small and trade just 1 pair if you want, and then can add other pairs to diversify as you feel more comfortable using our system. So you might want to trade with just 1. You might want to trade with 2. You might want to trade with all of the currency pairs. You just do what you feel comfortable with. How do you make the decision of which one you want to trade? Well, if you click on the current results button, you'll be able to see the current results on each of the currency pairs that we trade. Now, of course, as we said before, there is absolutely no guarantee that past performance is going to reproduce itself. We can just show you the scans, we can show you the results, and we can show you the probabilities. So the strategies that we've bundled together give us a very high probability of having a successful trading week. Then what we do, every day, every morning, you'll receive a statement from your broker, and that statement will show you the profit that you've just made and will show you all the current trades that are open right now. So guys, upgrade your trading to instant Forex results. We have a fully automated trading platform where there is no having to stare at charts all day long, getting analysis paralysis, as we call it, trying to decide when to buy, when to sell. MsAi is 100% done for you. Our current promotion that we have, where our lifetime membership is only $197. That's a one-time only membership fee for lifetime for only $197. Weekly fees are paid in arrears. They are paid from your profits. So MsAi certainly has an incentive to get you to be as profitable as possible, because if you don't make a profit, you don't pay. And you shouldn't pay either, because if we're providing you with a service, but of course, as I've said many times during this presentation, we cannot guarantee the results. But it does not sit with us that you have to pay a fee if we don't produce a profit for that week. Every week we want to be profitable, so you only pay when you make a profit. And that, folks, is what we believe is fair. So if you go to our website, instantforexresults.com, up in the top left you will see a Join Now button. Click on that, and this is by personal invitation only. This is not open to the public. We are a closed network of traders that all want to help each other and work together to succeed. So go back to the person that invited you to tonight's webinar, and they will give you a personal invitation code. When you click on Join Now, it's going to ask you for a code. The only way that you can join is by using the code of the person that has referred you to us. So I hope you enjoyed tonight's presentation, and we look forward to you joining us soon and helping you to potentially create a great passive residual income.